Why You Never Feel Enough. The Philosophy of the Unfinished Self. Sometimes I wonder, when will I finally feel like I'm enough? Not because I've checked another box, not because someone validated me, but because I simply exist. And that's reason enough. We live in a world that measures worth by visibility, productivity, and perfection. If you're not performing, you're forgotten. If you're not improving, you're falling behind. And in that culture, self-worth becomes conditional. You feel like a project, a work in progress, a draft that no one's allowed to read yet. But what if that's the very illusion we need to question? Jean-Paul Sartre wrote, "Man is nothing else but what he makes of himself." Yet today, what we make is too often shaped not by our own hands, but by likes, metrics, and endless comparison. We are taught to curate, to polish, to brand ourselves, until even our most authentic moments are run through a filter. You wake up and check your phone, not for the time, but for the mirror it offers. Did someone see you? Did someone approve? Erich Fromm once said, "Man is the only animal for whom his own existence is a problem which he has to solve." And we solve it by chasing something we think will finally make us feel real. But the chase itself becomes the trap. You graduate, land the job, find the partner, hit the milestones, but still feel a quiet, gnawing lack. You think, maybe the next thing will do it. But the truth is, there is no final version of you, no destination where you finally become complete. Soren Kierkegaard called the self a relation that relates itself to itself, which means you are both the creator and the created. You are both the sculptor and the clay. The ache of not being enough, that's the tension of being unfinished and aware of it. We live in a world addicted to becoming, but allergic to being. We're taught to hustle for our worth, to monetize our passions, to turn pain into content. Even healing has become something to showcase. Byung-Chul Han, a contemporary philosopher, says, "In the achievement society, everyone is an entrepreneur of themselves. Exhausted, burned out, not because of failure, but because of endless self-optimization. You no longer rest. You recover to be more productive. Even your stillness is functional. But what if you're not broken? What if the feeling of not enough isn't a flaw, but a symptom of being human in a system that profits from your insecurity?" Alan Watts once said, "You are under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago." So why do we carry the weight of perfection, permanence, and polished identity? You are not a brand. You are not a product. You are not a goal to be reached. You are a process, a living contradiction, a story unfolding. Nietzsche said, "No artist tolerates reality." And maybe that's what you are, a hidden artist, constantly rewriting yourself, refusing to settle into one form. But we forget, we scroll, we compare, we think they've figured it out, they're ahead. But everyone's lost in their own way. Only some people are better at hiding it. Rumi said, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you." And that's the quiet truth. Your value is not in your arrival. Your worth is not in your outcome. You are not behind. You are in motion. And motion is not a flaw. It is life. You are not less than because you are still learning. You are not incomplete because you haven't figured it all out. The self isn't something you find. It's something you make and remake in each quiet moment of honesty. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to be unsure and still be worthy. Carl Jung wrote, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. So choose again and again to honor the you that exists before the labels, before the chase, before the expectations. Let yourself be a draft. Let yourself be enough, not someday, not when it's done, but now, because you are not a product to be finished. You are a poem still being written, and even unfinished, you are already whole.